Are you counting down? Because we are. We are now only 100 days out until the Winter Olympics begin in Italy. King 5's Chris Egan and Jake Wittenberg will travel to Milan and Cortina to cover the Olympics for King 5. Chris Egan has been to Brazil, South Korea, France, and now is gearing up for another Olympics. He joins us now. Thank you for being here.
I mean, the New Day theme, and then you got the Olympic trumpets. I'm ready to roll today.
I am too. I have chill, like goosebumps are happening right now. I'm so jealous of you.
100 days. Are you ready for? And I want to set the scene for everybody. Opening ceremony February 6th. Closing ceremony is going to be on the 22nd. It's going to be a busy week on NBC. How about this? The Super Bowl will be on February 8th. So you got the opening ceremony on Friday. Then you got the Super Bowl on Sunday. Then the Olympic torch relay, that's going to begin in Greece already on November 26th. 85 countries will compete in these games. 116 medal events, 16 disciplines. That's an increase of 7 medal events from 2022.
So that's what's new with the Olympics games, right?
There is going to be some new events to keep an eye on. A lot of events that you and I have never seen before that we probably would never. I've heard you want to be an ice dancer, possibly.
I do. Why not?
That's usually one of the most popular events. Here's some of the new medal events. You got dual moguls in freestyle skiing, doubles in luge. That will be interesting. Team Alpine combined, women's large hill ski jumping, and a mixed relay team in skeleton. And of course, some of the popular events, as you mentioned, are going to be ice skating, speed skating. Always fun to watch these athletes. It's great stuff.
Oh my gosh, it's so amazing. And you think, like, could I do that in another life? And then I think, no, Kelly, you couldn't. What do you think is some of the big storylines and athletes that we absolutely need to keep an eye on?
Well, I already mentioned ice skating. The other big event is downhill skiing, and that has to deal with Michaela Schifrin. Will she come back? Will she produce? She has been one of the best. She already has won 2 Olympic golds and a silver, but struggled a little bit in China. And will 40-year-old Lindsey Vonn be able to make the U.S. team? Lindsey is trying to make a comeback. She made her Olympic debut, Kelly, back in 2002 when she was just 17 years of age.
Hey, aging like a fine wine.
She really is. And NHL players are back, so that's kind of a big thing as well. At the last Olympic Games, it was amateur players. Now you're going to have players from the Seattle Kraken that are going to be trying to make this team. There's going to be several guys. Philip Grubauer will play for Germany. Matty Beniers will try to compete for Team USA. Goaltender Joey Daccord will try to make the U.S. team as well. And then you have Hillary Knight. Seattle has a women's professional hockey team as well. Hillary Knight, one of the stars for Team USA. So it's going to be exciting to see these athletes and what they can do. Hockey becoming a big deal in Seattle.
It really is. Yeah. And I love the women's sports aspect of it all, too. Locally, do you have some names, too, throwing out? I mean, obviously the Kraken players you mentioned.
Well, we got the Kraken players, Kelly. But when you talk locally about the Olympics and the Winter Olympics specifically, you have to think about speed skating and the great history. The name of Paulo Ono. We know him from Dancing with the Stars. Paulo Ono has also won 8 Olympic medals during his time, trained at Patterson's West and Federal Way. Then after Apollo Ono, you had J.R. Selski, Aaron Tran, Casey Boudier, just some of the names that competed in Olympic Games. Right now, there are 4 to 5 athletes from our area that have a chance to make the Olympic team. The biggest name you want to keep an eye on, Corinne Stoddard, grew up in Federal Way, Washington, also lived in Tacoma. She has become one of the best short track speed skaters in the world.
Whoa.
Eunice Lee from Bellevue is going to be trying to make the team. You have Marcus Howard, who grew up in Federal Way in the shadow of Aaron Tran and J.R. Selski trying to make the team. And then there's Corinne right there. She is absolutely amazing, has become one of the best in the world right now. And Cooper McLeod, this is a young man from Kirkland, grew up in the Skagit Valley area.
That's where I'm from.
Go Kirkland. But we talk about how hard it is with these Olympic Games. You go back to the 2022 Winter Olympics. Cooper McLeod just missed on making the U.S. team by 1/100th of a second.
Oh,
that's like a blade size. Missed it by 1/100th of a second. He helped Team USA bring home a world record this year. So We're rooting for Cooper McLeod. Hopefully he can do some good things there. You've got cross-country skiing. We've got Novi McCabe from Winthrop, Washington. We mentioned this area is great with short-track speed skaters. Cross-country skiers from Winthrop, Washington. There has now been 5 Olympians from that small town of Winthrop, Washington.
I mean, it's the place to go. I've done a couple stories there. And how has it been covering these athletes and locally being able to see them live out their dream?
Well, I think when you get the chance to cover them, you realize how tough it is to make an Olympic team. They basically devote their entire life since the age of 6 or 7 to one sport. They train 6 to 7 days a week. They miss birthday parties. They miss family events. They miss Christmas events to train for this one big moment. And here we go. We're 100 days away, Kelly. And what's tough is if you want to represent the United States of America, you need to be not only the best in the U.S., but one of the best in the world because there's only so many spots available. We mentioned Michaela Schifrin and Lindsey Vaughn on Team USA. There are 3 young ladies from this area. Breezy Johnson went to Western Washington. Katie Hensian grew up skiing at Crystal Mountain. Jackie Wiles at White Pass. They're all fighting for spots on this USA team, and there's only so many spots. So
the best of the best.
Yeah.
Tell us about behind the scenes too. I'm really intrigued on this and just how you prepare to cover the games.
Well, you get to know the families, you get to know the athletes, and then what you have to also do is get ready to work. It's 26 days, and every day is different. Every day is fun. You're working 16 to 18-hour days, but it is an adrenaline rush every day. I go back to South Korea, and one of my favorite times was a 3-day span in South Korea. A friend of mine, David, who worked for an NBC station in Minnesota, we decided to go up to this ski mountain where 2 of the local cross-country skiers were competing, Keegan Randall and Jesse Diggins.
Yes.
And they didn't have a whole lot of chance to compete in this game, Kelly. And we get up there, we're the only U.S. media there. And because nobody thought they were going to do any good. Well, they not only do good, they become the first U.S. team to win a gold medal.
Yes.
We're hugging their family members. We're the only U.S. media there. We're there for this big moment. And then that day's over. Then we go to the next day, and we went to cover U.S. women's hockey. They win the gold medal. Everybody's running around in red, white, and blue screaming. Then we're thinking we're done there, right? No, we go to curling the next day, and the U.S. curlers upset and win a gold medal. We're drinking beer, singing karaoke songs, and having chicken at 3 a.m. in Korea, and we're having a blast. But it's fun times. So how do you prepare to answer your question? I don't know. You just
I know.
go.
And do you have something that you are the most looking forward to?
I think what I look forward to is seeing how these local kids do on the world's biggest stage. I mean, we talked a little bit about Corinne Stoddard. This is somebody, when I sat down with her a couple months ago, we kind of laughed because I'd interviewed her like 8 years ago. And it's just somebody that I've been following very closely too. And then, you know, when you're a reporter, you don't root for anybody, but you kind of do when it comes to the Olympics because these are kids representing not only the United States, they're representing Federal Way, they're representing the state of Washington, and you've seen how much time and effort and how much the family has devoted to these kids. And sacrifice, exactly. So I'm just looking forward to watching the local athletes and bringing these stories back because we hear so much, obviously, about the Seahawks, the Mariners, the Sounders, the Storm, the Rain, and rightfully so. But these kids deserve the recognition as well. So it's fun as a reporter to bring these stories back to the viewers.
Well, we love that you bring it back to us, and we love seeing you out there. I cannot wait. You are the man to do this. No one does it like you. So thank you for being here.
It's awesome to be here.
And coming up, remember, you can catch Chris Egan and Jake Wittenberg at the games, all airing right here on King 5.